Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everyone doing today? Sound off in the chat. Smash the like button on your way in. I appreciate you guys for joining. Happy Tuesday. Woo! We are getting hyped up. Bitcoin is $106,862. Index said I'm not ready. I'm not ready either. Let's go! Woo! It's time, ladies and gentlemen. It is time. Maybe, perhaps. All right. Let's get in the zone. Smash the like button. Okay. Let's get this bad boy off here. Get the headphones off and get the webcam on. Hey. Happy Tuesday, guys. Today's Tuesday, right? Today's Tuesday. I've confirmed. Waterfly said happy Tuesday. Very ready. Nice to see you, Waterfly. What's going on, Index? What's going on, Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn? Oh, I had dinner and then I immediately ate a bowl of cereal. Excuse me. It was delicious, though. It was very delicious. Index said, hope we didn't forget the fuel for the rocket to blast. Tom Selleck's Goat said retail was the main buyer of yesterday's stock dip, biggest day of retail buying ever. This scares me. That does not scare me because retail has not even arrived to this bull market yet. Tom Selleck's Goat, check the description. I actually mentioned that yesterday being the biggest day of retail buying ever for the stock market since we've started tracking retail buying. So technically, we're not really that sure. But people got money to spend, and they're spending it. Where are they going to go after that? Crypto, I think. We'll see. Bitcoin chilling at 106,910. Looking good. 901. Chilling at the purple trend line, if that's even relevant. This is just a clean chart on the messy chart. Let's get some green lines in place here so that we can see where the liquidations sit. Come on. There we go. Refresh our liquidation heat map. Lucky Charms or Fruit Loops? Ooh, that's a good question. I grew up obsessed with Fruit Loops. I have not had them in so long. I think I would have to go with Lucky Charms just because I frequently enjoy Lucky Charms. And I don't think I've had Fruit Loops since I was a child. We got 107, 281. But the big one is right above that. 165 million at 107,365. Okay, I'll put them both on there. Dude, my hands hurt so bad today. I was operating a mini skid steer. I think that's technically what it's called. 105,784. But it was a dingo. It was a Toro Dingo, and it was an older model. So it's got like this steering wheel mechanism, but you kind of like squeeze it in order to like tilt it and turn it and stuff. And it's, oh my gosh, it's just the whole day I was just squeezing this thing, and my freaking hands hurt so bad. I'm definitely like building muscle here, which I thought I already had. If anybody else would have been doing that, I think their hand would fall off because it's freaking miserable. Let's go with this guy, 104,868. Because I play guitar and I'm on the computer a lot. Like I do a lot with my hands. I've always done a lot with my hands. Today I got effed up operating that machine for so long. 107,864. Not to mention, there's no like suspension, and you're just kind of standing on a platform on the back. So every single bump, you're just standing, and your your whole body's just going like the whole time. Tom Selleck Goat said, "Nah, I'm asking. Oh, I didn't. Did I say cereal? I thought I said ice cream. There's no way I said cereal. Did I say cereal? I meant to. If I said cereal, then I meant to say ice cream. That's crazy. Did I actually say cereal? I need somebody to check that for me. I'm concerned now. Am I having a freaking stroke? Okay. This is our liquidation points. Shoot. We just had a big fat green candle. I'm up 3.2%. I'm going to take profits. I'm happy with that. Pretty good for the day. Did I really say cereal? That's crazy. Okay, I meant to say ice cream. I think I'm so used to having a bowl of cereal every day. Normally, when I eat my cereal, it's Apple Jacks, and very rarely, if I'm lucky to find some, it'll be Waffle Crisp. But I'm normally an Apple Jacks guy. Every once in a while, I have Special K fruit and yogurt. Oh shoot, the market's still pumping. What do I do? I'm happy with my profits. I'm gonna sit on my profits. Right? Right, guys? I could do a stop loss. We're not trading on stream. Okay. Anyways, Bitcoin looks good right now. Looks beautiful. I just went back and double checked cereal was said. That's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I said cereal. Wow. That's freaking crazy. I should probably get my brain scanned. At least they're both like dessert-esque and they're both in a bowl. That's quite a stretch. One of them you keep in a freezer, the other one's in a box on the counter. Anyways, Bitcoin's up 1.33% on the day, looking great. 106,982 and 16 cents, blasting, barreling towards the current all-time high, which is 109,588. We'll see if we get a little downturn here. Alts are just now starting to wake up. Bitcoin dominance is struggling around 64. It is above 64, which is bullish for Bitcoin, but bearish for alts in comparison to Bitcoin. So we'll see what happens. ETH is up 0.3% on the day. I spy with my little eye. Inverse head and shoulders, textbook, beautiful. And my target is right back above that blue line. I think we pointed that out yesterday. We'll see if that plays out. That would be sick. So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. What if I said I can poop in bowl too? Doesn't make it dessert. Talk me out of an impulse trade right now. I'm just gonna do it. You guys aren't the boss of me. Okay. Sol is up 1.23% on the day. Also, inverse head and shoulders on this. Looking good. What is our... This one's a little bit harder because there's no, like, prominent neckline. So, I guess calling it an inverse head and shoulders would be kind of irresponsible. If I did, though, I would go right above 175. That would make me happy. Sol looks good. Total 3 up 0.55%. Also, inverse head and shoulders. Same scenario as Solana. Gourmet Brands of Brooklyn said with sprinklers. No sprinkles on the ice cream. Now, what ice cream was it? Okay, it is. Let me actually pull it up because for some reason, you guys don't have it in other states. It is called Deer Tracks. It is Hudsonville specific. I believe it's called Moose Tracks in other states. This is what it is. It's freaking delicious. There's peanut butter cups, thick chocolate fudge, and vanilla ice cream. Oh my gosh. I'm not a big ice cream guy, nor am I like a sweets person. After I just got done talking about all the different cereals I eat. But this cereal is freaking delicious. I did almost have Superman, which is also a Michigan thing specifically. But Moose Tracks sometimes different. If you find one with just peanut butter cups and vanilla fudge or thick chocolate fudge in vanilla ice cream, that's essentially Deer Tracks. Whatever they call it elsewhere, it's really tasty. I thoroughly enjoy it. Highly recommend. Total 3, looking good. that inverse head and shoulders is pretty delicious. If you look, we had a very similar setup here on a larger scale, and it broke down. And then we got this same thing, and in theory, it should break up. Bro just called the ice cream. Did I say cereal again? Stop it. Mr. Roberts said, hey, good evening, JJ. I might have to stop the stream to check my brain. Did I say cereal again? I'm so concerned. Okay, ADA's up 0.85% on the day. Same thing. Janky inverse head and shoulders. Looks good. I like the little double bottom action that we're getting here too, with the higher low. It's almost on par with the lower trend line, but not quite. Very indicative of this. Looks very similar to me. I'm dying over here. I don't want to talk about ice cream or cereal anymore. I'm gonna make it so that the chat doesn't allow those words in the chat anymore. I know I've mentioned cereal a couple of times, but apparently I'm using it in lieu of ice cream, which is not correct. Those are two completely different substances. One of them is a cream, and the other one's like crunchy, delicious, milk-bathed, I don't know. What is cereal? Most of it's corn. Sometimes it's rice. It's so good, though. I don't know. Money, what's going on? I'm having a stroke. Live on stream. Happy Tuesday. Yeah. SNEK is down 2.05% on the day. It is holding beautifully at 3, which is great. That's exactly what I want to see. I like the wicks are indicative of buying pressure, which is great. The momentum wave almost oversold. We got an unconfirmed green dot here, and the RSI is chilling on the lower half, which is lovely. We'll see if we break above the lower trend line and continue to the upside there. It is still in a higher low pattern, so I'm not spooked yet, but it's getting very, very spooky. We will see what occurs. XRP is down 0.68% on the day. Same thing as everything else. It's got this inverse head and shoulder thing. It's a little bit fugly. The neckline isn't quite clear. So, I don't know. Is it technically an inverse head and shoulders if this doesn't touch? I don't think so, but it looks same as ETH and Sol, and I don't think Bitcoin has it. Bitcoin's a little more bullish than everything else. Obviously, Bitcoin dominance is showing us that fact, but it's getting pretty spicy here too. 107, 151, and 35 cents. Did we hit that liquidation point? Let's zoom in and see. I think we did. That second one, not yet. It's getting pretty close. I think there's something outside my window. There's a freaking monster. Is it a dog? I think it's someone's dog. I like cereal in ice cream. Throw a little vector on the vanilla. Hell yeah. I had my chai latte while I was eating the ice cream, and it was delicious. Money said, oh, well, I don't think any of us can help you with that. Apparently you can. Tom Selleck's Goat has been pointing it out for like 5 minutes. I'm not sure what to do about it, but I've been made aware. I think acknowledging it is the first step. Let's move on. XRP down 0.77%, currently trading at $2.36. We got a little trend line touch, very similar to ADA in the higher low double bottom kind of realm that it's setting up, that it has previously played out. We'll see if XRP continues to the upside. If so, I would consider this a midpoint liquidity pullback based off of the $2.50 level and the $2.22 level. So I would say that's still pretty bullish. HBAR is up 0.9%. Same thing. Fugly inverse head and shoulders. Really funky liquidity right here, which kind of ruins the neckline concept, but we'll see if we break bullish out of that. The volume on HBAR is very interesting. We got beautiful volume right here, and then it's almost gone right here, which is crazy. The momentum wave on Market Cipher is chilling in the middle, so is the RSI. SWE is up 1.19% on the day. SWE does not have this fugly inverse head and shoulders thing. SWE, however, has in the past, and it almost always results in a ridiculous upside. So we'll see if that's the move right there. You're 1, 2, 3. Honestly, if that is, that might happen right now. Like after the daily close. Try ice cream and salty sticks. The ice cream that I had has peanut butter cups in it, and it was so yummy. It's so delicious. And it was ice cream. It was not cereal. It was ice cream. It was a bowl of ice cream. So, in case for whatever reason you confuse that with cereal for some crazy reason, I figured I'd clarify. Yeah, Swee's been having this wonderful. Down here, it's not really that obvious. Maybe the pump, chop, shakeout, pump, chop, shakeout, pump, chop, shakeout. I don't know. That might not be it. But the first two we've got present on the chart. We'll see if this is the beginning of the third right here. That'd be pretty sick. Get above 460 maybe. 496. $5 would be awesome. Ondo's up 2.27% on the day. We got a little yellow-orange trendline touch. This Ondo does have the fugly inverse head and shoulders. Chilling right around 95.35. If we get a break above that, that would be awesome. That's really what I'm looking for. This has been that really big point of contention in this chart. Every time we get above it, we struggle. Get back below. Above, struggle, below, struggling, struggling, struggling. If it breaks above, retests and confirms, that would be awesome. So far, it has not succeeded at a retest. It did it here, and then it failed. It did it here, and then it failed. So, a retest and hold above 95.35 on a longer period of time would be awesome. Tyler is giving an early guess. He said, if I don't make it back, this is my guess. So I'm going to save that on my cellular device like an old man. He also said, okay, he actually said, if I don't get it in this, my guess working. Well, Tyler, I hope you get it in. I will do what I can to make sure that you get it in. Fahid said, gun go up, like the stream, and subscribe. Today I'm struggling today, Fahid. I'm not sure what's happening. My brain is off. Like, not even loading, it's just off entirely. I'm not sure what to do. Money said some people eat pudding with bread. Ew. I like rice pudding. I do like a good rice pudding with a little bit of cinnamon. Ooh. Tyler said, I hope I can get it in too. We all hope we can get it in. That's like the main goal of everybody is to get it in. Ondo chilling at 94.67. Like I said, a break above 95.35 to hold above it on a longer term time frame would be wonderful. We have consistently been putting in, again, higher lows. We got 1, 2, 3 since we bottomed back here. So, as long as we continue to do that, I'm going to be bullish. Fahid said, same man, my brain's all over the place. I think mine, I can't tell if mine's melted or not today. Yesterday, I got a little bit of sun like towards the end of the day. Today, it was pretty cloudy and it started rain towards the end of the day. But I get home and I'm like washing my face and stuff. And I noticed my face is like red and I'm like, whoa. Was the sun like peeking through the clouds? Sneaking up on me? So I might have gotten some unintentional D from the sun, vitamin D specifically, and I was not prepared with the sunscreen. So jury's out. We will see. But yeah, Ondo looking for that 95.35 break above and hold. Aerodrome also has the fugly inverse head and shoulders. I think this is going to be that repeating pattern on all of these charts, I'm sure. Again, though, we got that funky liquidity, which messes with the neckline. The volume here is very interesting as well. We still got a higher low, which is great. I don't know. I'm just with this one specifically, we're still waiting to see if we can confirm this bear flag structure or not. We had that WM that played out beautifully up to 76 target. We'll see if we hold. If we get below 55, then it's probably over, because that would be a lower low. We got the daily close contest coming up in approximately 20 minutes, so make sure you guys stick around for that. Anyone can enter, only one will win, and there's a chance to win up to $100. So yeah, Aerodrome chilling at 63.6 right now. If it breaks below 55.8, then it's probably game over. If it closes, let's call it a close. If it closes below 56.8, then it's probably going to show further downside. Pinlink is down 1.68% on the day. Let me actually pull this up on the normal chart. It's nice having it on TradingView, but it doesn't have all my stuff, man. It's not the same. So Pinlink is at the same price that it was yesterday. Jay Shear said, yo, what's up, family? What's going on, Jay Shear? Yeah, Pinlink I want to see get above 78 and continue to the upside. For now, though, it's just in this accumulation zone. If it breaks below, then it's a hefty buy zone for me, personally. But at the moment, it's just an accumulation. Volume's picking up nicely right here, which is great. And they seem to be doing all the right things with all their buzzwords and partnerships and everything that they're doing. So, we'll see if that goes to show in the price later on. Render is up 1.75% on the day. Render beautifully skirted around our nice little blue line at 450. It did come back down and touch 432, but it came back above 450, and it looks like it's holding so far. If we can get a break above 475, that would be actually my line, for my neckline. And see if we get a target of, let's call it $5. Why not? Yeah, I would call it right above $5. Money said Fahid when the new episode of The Heist. Oh shit. That's one thing that I'm missing from not being in there. Polkadot is up 1.91% on the day, making higher lows, and this is another one of those charts where you can see it's really obvious that the distribution pattern, like right before the punch to the upside, if that's what's going to play out here, then it's actually pretty easy to spot for some reason, which is interesting because it, well, I don't know, it looks similar to this too. Is that weird? It's just like a janky, you get the shakeout and then the stabilization and then the rise. The shakeout, the stabilization, and then the rise. This is where they shake everybody out. This is where it stabilizes, and then this is where it blasts off. Interesting. HQZ said hello. What's going on, HQZ? Fahid said total 2 looks like falling wedge and inverse head and shoulders forming. 4 hour? Let's go take a look. Let me get this crap off there. Total 2, you said falling wedge and inverse head and shoulders. Yes, it does. Falling wedge, I'm not familiar with. Ooh, I like this better than my rising, ascending, broadening wedge. This didn't really play out. I like that. This goes back into that curved pole, though, which kind of messes me up a little bit. Mr. Roberts said, hey, thank you. I respect the early guess. Work safe, bro. Oh, hey, Ty. Where did I get thank you? I got hey, thank you. That's freaking awesome. He said, hey, Ty. I was like, hey, thank you. Dang. Wow. It's not about you, JJ. Calm down. That's so funny. Dang. Money said it's common that some people disappear in there. No comment. No comment. But yeah, total 2. I definitely see the inverse head and shoulders. The fugly inverse head and shoulders. It's kind of present on every alt chart, which is really odd. Is it though? I don't know. We get to these points where like something crazy happens and it's like kind of obvious manipulation. And then something usually occurs afterwards. It's just weird. Like every chart has this funky thing on it. Now every chart has this. That doesn't happen. Mr. Roberts said, I think I'm about to buy a stack of Soul. Okay, I like that. Tyler said, thanks, my Rob. That's so cute. I'm taking a picture of that. Thanks, my Rob. Dang, adorable. Fahid said soon. I had it ready, but it isn't posted yet. Mr. Roberts said, hey, Fahid. Fahid said, hey, Roberts. Mr. Roberts said, LOL. I think I'm about to buy a stack of Soul. And Money said, Fahid, okay. Yeah, these patterns are interesting. It's interesting to watch them like appear on the chart and then just be on every single chart. Cass, I'm still holding around 10, 11, which is great. I really like it being in that double digit zone. As long as it stays up here, man, I'm happy. What's nice is there isn't really any kind of like downside, I suppose. I would just want to see it hold above 88 in order for me to consider it a higher low. Because that's kind of a wave, right? That's what I would look at. The volume's increasing over time, which is great. We got like a double bottom on our momentum wave with a unconfirmed green dot, and the RSI is chilling right in the middle. Money said, did you draw a serial on the chart? I guess I could have. It's very possible. Cereal sounds so good right now. I was gonna have cereal instead of ice cream. It's a difficult choice. I bought the ice cream. The ice cream was buy one get one free. And the day that I brought it home, I told my fiance, I was like, I bought ice cream and I'm really excited for it, but I'm probably gonna end up having a bowl of cereal anyways, like an idiot. And I did. I did end up having a bowl of cereal. Money said you did. Yeah, it was probably unintentional, but the signs are there. Apparently, I have cereal on my mind. I've been thinking about it, I guess, all day. It's just like subliminal at this point. It's literally, it's like the stupid I should call her, the I should call her memes. I just keep seeing a bowl of cereal everywhere. I'm like, blah, 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 pattern. And this, and this, and this. And then I'm like, huh. It's just subliminal the whole time. Why not both? Anyways, yeah, Cass, that funky inverse head and shoulders, the higher low, looking good. Avalanche is up 1.48%. Same thing, funky inverse head and shoulders, higher low. Oops, don't want to move that. Holding at 22 as long as it stays above 19.4. I'm happy. Higher low. Yeah, we're just getting into these distribution waves, man. We got the wave, the pump, the wave, pump, wave, pump. I don't know. I like it. I'm liking what I'm seeing across the board, and hopefully that's not bad. That's kind of scary to think about, but Chainlink is down 0.63% on the day. Very volatile Chainlink. Chainlink is the only one so far that seems to have a potential obvious neckline, but I don't know if the head goes lower than the shoulders. I think it's supposed to. Oh, actually, technically it does. The candle body closes. So this is a inverse head and shoulders right here with a target of, and I'm usually frugal with my targets. Let's just call it 17.3. I like that. 17.3. Fahid said, I haven't had cereal in so long. Dude, I eat cereal every single night. I cannot go to bed before I have my cereal, which is kind of gross. I definitely eat it later in the night than I should, but it's part of my routine. When I'm done streaming and stuff, I take my selfie, I hang on a couple X spaces. I do some networking on X. talk with all the bros in Discord, and then I go in the living room. I have a bowl of cereal. I watch some junk on TV, and then I go to bed. That's such a weird nightly. I don't normally have nightly routines. This is the first time in a very, very long time that I feel like I have a nightly routine. You know what's interesting about Chainlink's chart is this right here, and I think this we pointed this out somewhere else. We had the same thing right here almost, and it broke below. So it's like a triple top, triple bottom. Interesting. I wonder if that's similar. Wait a minute. We got a W. We got an M. We got a midpoint pullback. I'm going to freak out. Is that it? Is this what's happening? Whoa. I'm freaking out, man. I like that. We watched that play out a million other places too. Kind of got it right here. This one's a little janky. This one's kind of a stretch. I'm kind of making stuff up at this point. Let's just move on. Let's move on. Chainlink looks good. Doge is up 0.66% on the day. Ooh, we got our breakout retest textbook. Let's see if we continue. That would be pretty sick. I like Doge having this wonderful structure. Yeah, let's see if that goes up, man. That would be really exciting. Waterfly said, how about Cookie Crisp cereal with scoop of ice cream? That sounds amazing. I haven't had Cookie Crisp in forever. They definitely changed it, but I haven't had it in so long. It might be changed back for all I know. I remember thoroughly enjoying it. One of my favorites was oh shoot, honeycomb. Ooh, dude, honeycomb was so good. Shoot. Might have to go buy some honeycomb. There's something about the texture too, man. The texture did something for me. Doge looks beautiful. Textbook, falling wedge, breakout. We had an inverse head and shoulders. This is the same thing, the same pattern right here. Blast to the upside. Same thing's playing out right here. Let's do it, man. Mr. Robert said, we use Captain Crunch with the ice cream. I do like Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch, I feel like, is criminally underrated. Like, genuinely. I like Crunch Berries. I like Peanut Butter Crunch. I like just regular old Captain Crunch. The corn, like, pillows. They're delicious. They're so good. If you think about corn too much, though, while you're eating it, you only taste corn. Throb Ross said Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the bomb, especially the waffle ones, because it's way better ratio. Okay, I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. The waffle one is new. They actually stole that from the Post version, which for whatever reason, because it's because I enjoy it, because this always happens to stuff that I like. This was my favorite cereal my entire life. They discontinued this, but Waffle Crisp cereal was amazing. It was freaking delicious. Whatever the Cinnamon Toast Crunch version is it's okay. If you find this, buy it. I believe that they brought it back in the gigantic, like, 2-pound bags now that you can get. They got these bags. It's so delicious. It is so freaking good. I don't know there's something about, like, the syrupy flavor. It's a completely different experience. This is my favorite cereal of all time. And it was discontinued for years. They brought it back. I think it's still back. I'm not positive. I have a surplus of boxes and bags just waiting for the apocalypse so that I can slowly repopulate the earth with diabetes. Mr. Roberts said, good call, Ross. Drummer said, did I miss the cutoff? I was at the casino. You did not. The cutoff, we don't start for another 6 minutes. HQZ said, I remember Waffle Crisp. It's still around. They brought it back. Thank God. Money said, it looks like the food I give to my cat. Excuse me? How dare you? Throb Ross said, oh my God. Mr. Roberts said, Drummer, LOL, did you beat the house? HQZ said, okay, I'm gonna have to go to the grocery store tonight, y'all. It's game over, man. I actually work for Big Cereal, and you all have been duped. So I'm going to end the stream now. I'm just kidding. My job is done. Okay. Polygon Matic Poll down 0.64% on the day. This one's been a weird one. I don't know. Like, this pattern apparently was meaningless. This upper trend line has slowly become less meaningful. We do kind of it's just weird. There's like no volume. Look at the volume on this thing, man. Look at that. It's just, this is the flattest thing I've ever seen on like a coin that used to be in the top 10. That's crazy. It's cat approved. I mean, it's still got that higher low, which is good, but it doesn't really show any signs of reversing. It doesn't have the fugly inverse head and shoulders. There's like, the powers that be are like, let's pump and dump these things and let's do the pattern on this, this, and that. And then they're like, what about Polygon Matic Poll? They're like, what? I don't know. Who cares? Just forget about that one. Mr. Robert said HQZ got the munchies. Me too. Speaking of munchies, the bag that you can get like all the different mixed brands of cheese flavored things. Those are, I'm upset at the lack of availability. I can get it at the gas station. If I try to find it at the grocery store, for whatever reason, it's MIA every single time. And I need more. I bought a bag at the gas station the other day and it was so good. And I've been thinking about it ever since. I'm like, man, I would love some more munchies. And I go to the store to buy some and there's none. They're nowhere to be found. I'm like, damn, what's going on? There's like a government conspiracy. Drummer said 3 credit pinball 1800. It took forever to get paid. Yeah, that's so lame. They probably hope you crash out and go home. Near is at actually 1.01% on the day, looking good. Near does have the fugly inverse head and shoulders kind of distribution scenario happening. Nice flat line right here, even ascending almost. Almost like it's impatient. There's more people buying than what they expected to manipulate the price. It also kind of looks like, no, that's pushing it. I don't know. It's a higher low. It's a distribution. It's very similar to what happened here, which is what we've been tracking on all of them. It's like a MW. We'll see if it continues to the upside or if it gets rejected and continues to the downside. As of right now, though, it's still a higher low. And if this stays, as long as it stays above, honestly, for me, I would like to see it stay above 251 to hold this structure. But if it does break below that, I would like to see it stay above this low right here, this local low. Mr. Robert said, as long as that's less than you paid, Jay, right on. And then Chili's is up 1.35%. We got the inverse, the fugly inverse head and shoulders. So Chili's had this beautiful WM pullback, breakout, hit our target of 5, and then it pulled back to our breakout line pretty much. The top of our M, which is that purple trend line actually. And it seems to have held that very nicely. There's a structural thing happening on all of these charts, and it's very satisfying to point it out and for it to continue to play out that way. So Chili's looks good. I'm very excited about it. Chilling at 44.31. As long as we stay above 42.80, or even, what is it, the purple trend line, let's just call it 420, then I'm looking for some more upside. Honestly, a nice, let's do an MW next. Hopefully it doesn't do one of these. That would be sad if it did that inverse to this. Then that would be on like every chart, I think. We got less than 1 minute remaining until the daily close contest, so make sure you guys get your guesses ready really quick. Let me go through it. Silver got it a little bit pumpy today. I think it was up 3% earlier. MicroStrategy got a little bit pumpy, I guess. DXY, dumpy. NASDAQ, choppy. S&P, choppy. Bitcoin on the 1 minute time frame. Ladies and gentlemen, get your guesses ready. We got 31 seconds remaining on the clock until you guys can begin guessing for the daily close contest. Let me get my little window up. Bam. I'm on live chat on both chats. Tyler said, go to the Bitcoin chart, please. 5 seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1. Get your guesses in for the daily close contest. Ladies and gentlemen, happy Tuesday. Smash the like button. Cheers to a great week. I am going to need to buy some Bengay tomorrow because my shit hurts. I never thought I would want to put Bengay on my hands. But I feel it, Mr. Krabs. Like, I don't know, man. I messed up. All right, we got Mr. Tyler. Oh, Waterfly first. Waterfly. Coming in with a guess of 107011. And calling 110 by close tomorrow. Ooh, I like that. I like that. We got Tyler. Coming in with a guess of 107-111-69. Very nice. I like that. Ooh, that's actually kind of cool. He gave Waterfly $100.69. Probably unintentionally. He said, don't put on penis. We got Janix coming in with 106-89111. We got Dremmer coming in with 107-218.70. Very nice. We got Money coming in with 107-013.24. I was between two. Let's see. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mr. Robbers. Oh, Drummer said, Mr. Robbers, I was like 700 in. Okay, so you like doubled your money. Let's go. Oh, yeah, we got to do an update on the compound trading challenge. Doing pretty good. Have I traded since yesterday? I don't think I've made a difference on the compound trading account. Huh. Mr. Roberts said nice. Oh, is it Junior? Is it Junior EMR? Sweet gains, bro. I'm like misreading everything Mr. Roberts says. he said okay, Ty earlier or something like that. I took it as okay, thank you. Guys, get your guesses in for the daily close contest. We got 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining on the clock. I think I got everybody so far. We got 5 guesses. We got Waterfly. We got Tyler. We got Janix. We got Dremmer. We got Money. And we are waiting. Waterfly just noticed what happened. We got Tom Selleck's Goat. I can't type today. With a guess of 106,500. We got Fahid. With a guess of 106,769.69. We got Mr. Robbers. Mr. Robbers and Fahid are spearheading the Canadian campaign. 844. Drummer said, where's Philly? He's going to show up in like an hour and submit his guess. HQZ said, I'm not doing this again. What's the matter? Jay Shear. Oh, we got Jay Shear with a guess of 106. Jesus, I hope this works. 886969. Apparently, prayer helps you get through. We got less than 1 minute remaining. We have 44 seconds remaining on the clock. Mr. Waterfly, if you were going to change your answer, I suggest you do it soon, my good friend. 37 seconds. I'm really, I think I need the whiny button for myself because my hands and my wrists hurt so bad. I don't know why they made that so awful to drive. Private is praying. Waterfly just said this is BS. Money said 14 people here join the contest. JJ's edible prize are the most appealing thing you will ever win. Ooh, Waterfly said money plus one. Oh, is it $1 or 1 penny? I'm going to go $1. And time's up. Mr. Waterfly, I will make your change for you, my good friend. Jeez. 107.014.24. Oh, I typed it in the wrong place. Jeez. I told you guys my brain is really melting today. Don't shoot the messenger. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the daily close contest is now closed. Unless you are a Cornerville chat, in which case you got 22 seconds remaining for your additional minute. And I do believe we only currently have one, which is Digi, and he has not been here in quite some time. I appreciate you, Digi, wherever you may be. The tea is delicious on this fine Tuesday evening. 2, 1. There we go. Okay. Bitcoin currently trading at 106,721 and 17 cents. At the moment, we got Dremmer with 107,218 and 70 cents. Tyler Yetzer with 107,111 and 69 cents. Nice. Waterfly with 107,014 and 24 cents. Money with 107,013 and 24 cents. Janex 106,891 and 11 cents. J Shear 2.0 106,869.69. Nice, nice. Mr. Roberts 106,844 even. Fahid 106,769.69. Nice, nice. And Tom Selleck's Goat 106,500 even. Very nice. Mr. Roberts said, Waters sniping, LOL. You played that all the way in, bro. Thumbs up. Waterfly said, if money was a hooker, she would steal your wallet after sex. What the fuck, Waterfly? Jesus Christ. I think that's a little too much. Damn. It's just a game, bro. What the fuck? Money said, if I missed that for that +1, he better hide. We got an unconfirmed green dot on the 1 minute time frame. I don't know if that means anything. Well, I've never actually tried to trade the 1 minute time frame, although I do feel like it would be a lot of fun. Legit. You'd have to crank out the leverage though. These candles are like little babies. Look at that, 0.11%. You know, how are you gonna trade that? This is like bear market stuff. I remember trading Cardano during the bear market. You were really, really, really lucky if you got like if you got a really violent move. It was like 0.3%. So I had to trade like 30x leverage just to get like 5 to 6% moves. It was so ridiculous. And I would just sit there locked in so hard. And I made a little bit of money every once in a while, but it wasn't worth the amount of time that I put in. You know what I mean? Some things just aren't worth the amount of time that you put in. That's the biggest calculation that I always take into consideration. Is it worth the time? You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Oh, damn! Money said, Waterfly, yours is empty anyway. Oh, shit! That was pretty good. That was a good one. At the moment, market is pretty tame. We got 1 minute and 22 seconds remaining on the clock. Bitcoin's currently trading at 106,758 and 39 cents. Mr. Barber said baby steps into the close. I like that it's actually moving. Usually it just flatlines, which is crazy. I'm surprised that this didn't just stay the same price from these two little flat candles, because for some reason that happens frequently. 106,768 and 1 penny. This is the final candle. 54 seconds remaining on the clock. 106,787 and 98 cents at the moment. Fahid is in the lead. Oh, 814. Hang on. Nope, it's still Fahid. You know, there's always infighting, and somehow, every time, Fahid comes out on top, which is why he is number 1. I think. Is he number 1 right now? It might be him and Tyler. Him and Tyler might be tied again. They've gotten to the point where they just live together. It's adorable. It's cute. 106,810. Little Detroit represent with the area code right there. 16 seconds left on the clock. 106,794 and 1 penny. Still Fahid's game, 827. It is very close to Mr. Roberts. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, the daily close of Bitcoin, 106,849.99, making Mr. Roberts our winner. What? That's freaking crazy. Canada takes another win. So Fahid is going to be happy regardless. But it was a very close match. This is the first time that we've had a wick like that in quite some time that has struck out somebody's victory, or I don't know. That's crazy. Congratulations, Mr. Roberts, on your victory. Mr. Roberts, 106,844. The daily close, 106,849.99. Let me get that up there. Mr. Roberts with a guess of 106,844 even. Very cool. Congratulations, Mr. Roberts. Congratulations, Fahid. And congratulations, Canada. You guys are killing it. Because the Americans cannot stop fighting. Or whatever other country people are from. The non-Canadians can't stop fighting. Let's spam the bananas in the chat. Let me get this off the screen. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, spam the bananas in the chat for Mr. Roberts, our victor today. Let me add him to the victor's Google Doc. I believe that is 2 days in a row. Mr. Roberts absolutely killing it today. And he's Canadian. May 21st. All right, ladies and gentlemen, can I get a drum roll, please? The winner of today's daily close contest, Mr. Roberts, with a guess of 106,844 and an actual daily close of 106,849.99. The price of Bitcoin on May 20th, 2025's prize is a bratwurst with some stuff on it. I think it's sauerkraut and some Grey Poupon mustard in a bun. Do enjoy. It is yours to, it actually goes with the bun that you won yesterday, so congratulations on that. You got the full ensemble, the full collection. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our winner of the day. I told you Philly was going to show up late. Oh, shit. Okay. The bun is filled. Yes, it is. Every once in a while, we go a little over budget with some of the prizes. Fahid got a Jimmy John's Gargantuan one time that was like $25. Sometimes we got to have a cheap prize like a banana or an empty hot dog bun. Today, you get a fully cooked bratwurst. Mr. Tight. Oh, shit. Congratulations, Mr. Roberts, on your victory. Enjoy your Grey Poupon. Let's get back to the 4-hour time frame. Bitcoin 106,918 and 6 cents. Market's green at the moment. We got a very bullish candle on the 4-hour time frame, in my opinion, based on that lower wick being quite delicious. Indicative of some buying pressure. We got buying pressure here, buying pressure here. The buying pressure is mounting up. Mr. Roberts said, "Oh, Philly, you calling that the top? I like it." 351, 200. Let's go through some news articles. We finished going through all of our charts. Let me know if Bitcoin starts to get a little too pumpy. Sometimes I get distracted, I'm aware. So feel free to go in the chat and be like, dude, go to the Bitcoin chart. You're missing it. Let's see. This beautiful man with a lovely head of hair said, or I don't know, the Robinhood submits real-world asset tokenization regulatory proposal to the SEC. Plans to include launching a complete real-world asset exchange using Solana and Base. Bullish for RWA tokens. Pinlink is a RWA token. So next we got Senate passes the Genius Act that would establish a regulatory framework for stablecoins in the United States. To Donald Trump's desk it goes. Now this is what I've been talking about, and I've been seeing people mention this now. If they pass this, which I'm sure they're going to, this is the easiest way for them to offload debt, junk debt nobody wants to take risk on. If you literally just package it as a stablecoin, no one is going to question it. They're just going to use the stablecoins. So it's kind of a no-brainer. It's like an infinite money printer at that point. U.S. Senate unanimously passed No Tax on Tip Act. We got the Bitcoin whale that we've been keeping an eye on, just increased his position long to $820 million. That is a lot of freaking money. What the hell? We got U.S. Senate officially passes cloture vote for Genius Act crypto stablecoin bill. India's Supreme Court says crypto should be regulated, not banned. Standard Chartered Bank says SEC data supports Bitcoin reaching 500K by 2028. President Trump says economy is roaring. Argentina President Javier Milei shuts down unit investigating Libra crypto scandal. Wasn't that him? Am I wrong? Was he investigating himself? Am I mistaken on that? I thought that Libra was Argentina's meme coin. I don't know. We got Hawk to a Girl has returned in the news. Hawk to a Girl, Haley Welch, says she didn't know how crypto worked after her meme coin crashed 95%. Well, that's too bad. I'm pretty sure there's a quote of her talking about how to get rich quick, and a bit like before she really, really blew up with her stupid podcast and all that crap, and she said she would do a crypto scam. Which is crazy. Crazy thing to say. Mr. Roberts said, okay, time to buy Sol. Going along. Okay. I can get behind that. People are talking to I'm a GTA 8. Are you close to getting liquidated? Oh yeah, he said something way earlier, like during the thing. Where did it go? I'm at GTA 8 said Libra coin, the Mandela effect, right? Dude, there was a crazy Bob Barker thing. Bob Barker, I swear, has died like 5 times in the past decade. And I think he finally actually died last year. But I actually looked it up in the old Discord. I remember my buddy asked me, he's like, don't you remember Bob Barker dying a couple years ago? And that was in 2022 that he asked me that. And he died a couple more times since then, and he's finally, apparently, allegedly, officially dead as of last year. Rest in peace, absolute legend. But the Mandela effect is trippy, man. It really is. I think this gentleman left the chat or something. I can't find him. Unless I'm really not paying attention. There you go. Where stop loss? He said, shorted at 106.7. Should I just take the L and close? Ooh, I don't know. That's it. It depends on your leverage, your risk tolerance. What do you think is going to happen? That's kind of on you. I can't really answer that question. I will tell you, I am awful at shorting, so my judgment on a short position is probably going to be equally as bad. God, that bratwurst looks so yummy. I'm clearly hungry. I literally had dinner in a gigantic bowl of ice cream, not cereal. And I can't stop thinking about food now. Congratulations, Mr. Roberts, once again on your second victory in a row. Absolutely killing it. Billy said, actually, do you all know who died? Michael Jackson. Not sure if it made news. Wouldn't that be trippy if Michael Jackson just died? Okay. Next, we got Elon Musk confirms Tesla will have self-driving robo-taxis on the streets of Texas in June. That's kind of crazy. That's probably super bullish for that stock. So, not financial advice, but probably worth looking into. Fidelity's Jurian Timmer says Bitcoin may be replacing gold as Bitcoin breaks 100K, favoring a 4-to-1 gold to Bitcoin allocation. This one was crazy. This is another, like, PSA. Make sure you guys are safe. And I personally keep all of my cryptos, like my really important crypto stuff, separate from every other device. I have a MacBook Pro that I trade on and I access my wallets on and stuff like that. And I don't do anything else with it. That's all I do is my crypto stuff. My PC, I do whatever I want with, and if I'm accessing anything, it's like a centralized exchange with very little amount of money on it, like 50 to 100 bucks. And this is one of those reasons why. Apparently, a printer driver had a backdoor to hijack crypto wallet addresses, and they've stolen 9.3 Bitcoin since 2016, which is freaking crazy. The official driver provided by this printer carries a backdoor program. It will hijack the wallet address in the user's clipboard and replace it with the attacker's address. This is also, I forget the term for it. We talked about this recently, where they'll do that. And the clipboard is like when you copy paste something, when you copy it, it's saved to the clipboard. And then when you paste, it's still saved to the clipboard until you copy something else. But this hijack program would just replace that, which is crazy. Printer hacking was before Y2K. You know what's really funny is fax machines. Fax machines always crack me up. I'm like, if you really want to like cripple a business with how expensive ink is, just fax them gigantic black rectangles, and they won't have a choice but to unplug the fax machine. And even if they keep it like, I think when they plug it back in, it'll probably continue to receive that, which is crazy. It's just like, hey, whatever you send me, I'm gonna print. Just send me stuff to print. And people put it on their business cards. It's on their website. It's all public information. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, if you get fired from somewhere and you hate them, you can just fax them stuff. Like, if you do it like every 5 to 8 days, they'll never freaking know what the heck's going on. They will never know. It would be the most random timed thing. You could do that like for forever. And it'd probably be incredibly satisfying. Now, should you put any energy into hating people like that? No, but you know, when you quit a job that you hate, it might be worth it for a little bit. Therapeutic. I don't know. Drummer said, I said no unless he's about to get liquidated, but I got 68 positions open right now, so maybe not someone you should listen to. 68 positions is crazy. Tom Solid said, sure, the robotaxis will be running in June. Elon's never exaggerated dates before, so totally believable. Yeah, he's got some, didn't he have some important thing coming up with the robotaxi announcement or whatever? So, I felt that too, that same thing. It's definitely in his best interest to just say whatever people want to hear. Mr. Robert said, I sold fax machines and printers as my first adult jobs. That's crazy. Printers are still relevant. Fax machines, though? For like the first 2-3 years at my job, and I started working there in 2014, people would ask, do you have a fax machine? I'm like, what? Blew my mind. I'm like, what are you talking about? Do I have a fax machine? Do you have a fucking telegram where I can fucking boop, 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 send you a fucking telegram? What a stupid ass question. Do you have a fax machine? You know what? Actually, no. We're still on the messenger pigeon system. Blows my mind, man. 2014. Do you have a fax machine? What? Did you just ask me? That's what it's called. Just have fun. Thank you. Address poisoning. Tricks users into accidentally sending their address to a fraudulent address when they copy paste it from the transaction history. Yeah. I'm curious to know if they have to literally, like the attacker, the person doing the address poisoning, do they have to just keep making wallets until they get one that matches some random address? Or how does that work? Can you just tell a program what you want your wallet address to be? Is that a thing? I don't know. I don't know anything about blockchain coding or whatever the hell, but that's crazy. Billy said, I send messages by pigeon. I actually keep my all my wallet keys tattooed to, like, it's like a 12 phrase wallet seed phrase. So I have 12 different birds. It's tattooed on their necks. So I have to, like, get the bird, pluck the neck feathers, read the tattoo, and then I got to write them all down, and then I got to figure out what order they go in, and it's based on the carbon dating of the bird's feathers. So I take the feathers then, and I have to send them individually, and I usually color coordinate them because numbering just gets confusing. And then when I get the carbon dating back, then I know what my seed phrase is. It's really simple. Billy said, Mr. Roberts, one of the first jobs was fixing Canon copiers. My first job, I got paid $5 an hour for 3 hours every Saturday to water plants at a greenhouse at what looked like a crazy cat lady's like abandoned like greenhouse grounds, and it was the weirdest thing. It was so weird. But I thought I was gonna be filthy rich, dude. I did some math. I was like, I'm gonna make, what was it, $60 a month. I was like, holy shit. After like 4 months I could get a PlayStation 2. There was some kind of math there, and I was like, whoa. And then I started working 2 days a week, making $5 an hour at a restaurant. And I thought I was doubling my income then. It was crazy. Anyways, we're getting sidetracked. We got, according to River, roughly 40% of the global Bitcoin supply is held by American citizens and American companies. That's pretty freaking awesome. Let's go. Microsoft's integration of space and time into its Fabric platform provides developers with real-time verifiable blockchain data from Bitcoin, Ethereum, and SWI networks. This one I thought was really interesting. Why? Why are they doing that? Money said, crazy cat ladies, the audacity. She was crazy. She was actually crazy. What's worse is she was really nice. The guy that I worked with at the restaurant was actually insane. His name, what was his name? I don't remember his name. He was a Middle Eastern fellow, which is hilarious because the restaurant was like the mom and pop restaurant that all the racist old people in my town would eat breakfast at. And it was owned by a gentleman from the Middle East. He was really nice, but he was fucking creepy, dude. So creepy. He's teaching me how to like cut stuff up. Not creepy in like a predatory way, creepy in like a murdery way. Like, I was more afraid for my life than I was of being touched, if that makes sense. And he's showing me how to like use the knife and how to chop stuff. And he's like telling me all this stuff, and then he gets all philosophical. He goes, remember, and he's got like this deep voice, and he's like freaking 8 feet tall. He goes, a knife never says sorry. And I was like, okay. I was like 14, 15, 16 years old. I was like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? No shit, it's a fucking knife. I'm not gonna cut my fingers off. Please don't point it at me. That place was gross, though. I grew up eating there, and after I worked there, I was like, I'm not fucking eating here ever again. It was crazy. And then there was like weird drama with all the people that worked there. It was nuts. Philly said, JJ, can you take a look at Gork USDT on KuCoin or whatever? Is it dead? I will take a look in a moment. I would go on service calls, and occasionally not a damn thing was wrong with it. My employer would get mad at me for not charging them, and for a repair, I never really did. I ain't about that. That's actually why I quit my salesman job with that shitty internet company, because they were like doing weird shit, like the immoral things, and I was like, nah, this isn't for me. Thanks for the clipboard though. Bye. We got the real altcoin rally. Hasn't started yet. ETH has just formed a bullish golden cross. Next up, altcoins will explode. The total altcoins market cap will reach 15 trillion this cycle. Here's the list of alts with 1,000x potential. That's freaking crazy. 15 trillion? What do we have right now? Total 3? Is he talking total 3 or total 2? Probably total 2, right? Currently at, oh my gosh, he's looking for a 15x. This is a beautiful wedge though, the heat. And that inverse head and shoulders is textbook. Bitcoin 106,950. Congratulations, Mr. Roberts, once again on your victory. Market is indecisive indeed. Next, Bitcoin is $1,000 from an all-time high, and the Google Trends chart looks like this. Isn't that crazy? No one, like, what's going to happen when it breaks all-time highs again? Everyone's going to freak out. People better wake up, man. Last but not least, we got more Americans now own Bitcoin than own gold. 37 million Americans own gold. 50 million Americans own Bitcoin. Let's frickin' go. Peter Schiff, eat shit. Next, let's do a portfolio update really quick. Our 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is still down $7. Slowly recovering though. Our Memecoin portfolio has been in profit. Oops, I gotta log back. I knew that was gonna freaking happen. I've been setting it up every single day. Today's the first day where it didn't want me to log in, and I was like, it's gonna make me log in during the stream. Here we go. The Memecoin portfolio has not actually lost its profits yet. It's been in profit since it became in profit again. It's currently up $101. Everything looks good. SNEK is still at the bottom. I wish it would wake up. We'll see what happens. And then last but not least, my favorite, the narrative portfolio is up $180. And every coin is still in profit. This portfolio is made up of one gaming coin, one AI coin, one real world asset coin, one decentralized physical infrastructure coin, and one, what was the last one? Meme coin. That's what it is. So if you guys want to build your own, it's pretty easy. Fun, a lot of fun. Let's go take a look at Gork. Billy said, JJ, where's the list of altcoins you saw that will 1000x? The list of altcoins I saw that will 1000x. The thing that I just read? You said on KuCoin. Is it dead? It looks like it might be dead, but it is a meme coin, I'm assuming. So, yeah, actually, it might be bottoming out. It's hard to tell, man. Your momentum wave is almost oversold. Your RSI is really consolidating. What I would consider with this, as far as indicators go, let me pull up the Bollinger Bands. Is that right? That's not right. It's squeezing though. Bollinger Bands. There we go. So your Bollinger Bands, this thing is getting squeezed on the 4-hour time frame. It's getting squeezed on the 1-hour time frame. So it should pop. It looks like it's been getting squeezed for quite some time though. May 17th. Yeah, 3 days. So who knows, man? It might explode. It could explode to the upside. It could explode to the downside. Jury's out right now. There's not really a lot of chart data to go off of, honestly. If I were to force some charting onto this, you're going to have support right here. Support, immense support right here. Not sure why. And this is going to be resistance. This is probably going to be resistance. This is going to be resistance. And then right here. So yeah, if you can get a squeeze and a break to the upside, look for 2634. That's where I would go. Right now, you're just looking for volume to come back. You do have an unconfirmed green dot back here. It seems like it played out, though, with that 10% candle. Philly, yep. G Shear's cracking up. Philly said, okay, are you talking about... this? Here's a list of alts with 1000x potential. This is a post from Weimar.x, DeFi Weimar on Twitter, at DeFi WIMAR. Go check them out. They posted this 8 hours ago. Let's read them. Oh, see, they're giving away. Yeah, I think this is just bait for people to click on it to get interactions, because they get paid based on this junk. Mr. Roberts said, JJ, have you seen the D-Wave chart? I heard about it. I have not seen it. I did hear about it, though. The quantum computing? Yep. This thing, since the 7th, which is about 13 days ago, 134%. So if you would have bought, for whatever reason, let's say you're top buying, you got a little spicy, and you're like, oh my gosh, and you bought the Pico top, you're like, this thing just freaking ran 67%. I need to buy some. You buy it and it goes down, and you're like, fuck. But you bought the top, you bought the Pico top, you're still up 40% right now. I'm just saying, just saying. Tony Rosas said D-Wave, aka Skynet. Delicious. Yeah, I don't know anything about it besides the quantum computing. It looks like it gets random spikes. Whoa, wait a minute. Who told us to look at this before? We have some mystery lines on here. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so we were looking at a trajectory which didn't quite play out, but it's getting up there now. Who the hell bought this at freaking $6? The whole quantum sector is on fire. I didn't know that was a sector. That's crazy. We gotta do a stocks episode. Anybody that's interested, join the Discord in the description down below. I want your guys' input on the stock market because I don't know the first thing. Tony Rosas said, "How are you today, sir?" I'm pretty good. My bones are achy and shit. I'm a little whiny, a little pissy about my my hand muscles because I had to work today and I actually like did physical work and I'm physically paying for it now, which is, you know, indicative of working, but I'm still going to complain because that's my God-given right. But yeah, other than that, I'm good. I had dinner and then I immediately ate a bowl of ice cream, not cereal. Money said Rosas. Yeah, I told him, I don't know if I've ever said it without the rolled R. I have to say it with the rolled R. Tony said, you got to watch Bazinga every morning at 8 a.m., sir. Pre-market prep. Great show. Ben Zinga. Okay. 8 a.m.? You guys are going to make me get a routine. Disgusting. All right, let's go look at this guy. I did sign up for, I forget what it's called already. I signed up for Financial Juice last night. And I looked at it for a few minutes. So I did do that. You guys are doing disgusting things to me. Benzinga. 283,000 subscribers. This gentleman looks like William Pulte had a baby with Ben Cowan. Interesting. Is his name Ben? Don't even tell me his name's Ben. Why does he look familiar? This is freaking me out. You guys are freaking me out. All right. Jay Shear is sharing fire. Bitcoin is turning red. Congratulations, Mr. Robbers, once again on your victory. Bitcoin is currently trading at 106,713 and 15 cents. Tony Rosa said, I love you for that, sir. Thanks for saying the name correctly. Money's cracking up. Philly said, I cannot roll my R's. My wife can roll her R's perfectly. Tony said, what up, Mr. Robber? No, that's the name of the company. What's the name of the company? Oh, his name's not Ben? What? Bullshit. They're located in Michigan? No fucking way. What if I did a collaboration with them? Let's fucking go, dude. You imagine me on their show? They're like, in the stock market today. I'm like, oh shit, that's fucking sick, dude. They're like, shut the... Can we mute him? Can we mute him? They like just give me a mic and I'm like, nobody can even hear me. They're just having conversations the whole time and I'm like, the entire time they're just like, yeah. Oh my gosh, that's great input. Oh, that's so great. Oh, Mr. Robber said, the financial juice is now on my work laptop too. Nice. Money said, oh gee, it's so late, JJ, messing with my sleep schedule again. You got to get to sleep. I know I muted myself. I muted myself for the bit. That was the point. If I went on to, as a guest to Benzinga, then they would just hand me a mic, like when you hand the unplugged controller to your kid. You guys don't get the damn joke. I'm upset. Tony Rosa said, watch the show. 3 generations of traders. That's why I like it. Different takes. Okay, very nice, very nice. Money, I'm going to let you get to sleep because I want to go do my own thing as well. But we definitely got to do some stonks, some stock stuff. And we got to do some earlier shows for our European brothers and sisters. Tony Rosa said, I got the joke. Thank you, Tony. Tony got the joke because he was paying attention because it was talking about his thing. But anyways, guys, I'm going to take off. I appreciate you guys for being here, smashing the like button. Join the Discord if you guys want to follow along. The Compound Trading Challenge, in case anyone is interested. Let's see. At the moment, I'm at 78.81. Yeah, I haven't done a trade since yesterday before the stream. So, we'll get back into it. I'm like 3 or 4 days ahead, though, so I'm not in any kind of rush. But anyways, I'm going to take off. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to check out this Benzinga. And 3 a.m.? 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Maybe check it out in the morning. My fiance is going to kill me, but it is what it is. Bitcoin chilling, 106,772. Hopefully, I have to hop back on for an emergency stream. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Happy Tuesday, and good night.